The best way to spend your coin to get rich in Arena Breakout. Here are the questions I will answer in this video. What is the best weapon in each price point based on actual research data? What is the best armor and consumable item, ammo at each price point? Which map are most effective to use each loadout on? We will be breaking down each loadout and organizing them into a budgeting how-to listed as phases. Weapon selection is based on research data. Everything else is according to my judgment from playing the game and comparing the items and their different prices, etc. I have not fully tested the higher tier loadouts, builds, consumables, amounts, etc. are theoretically the best. However, if you're looking for the best budgeting how to get rich and be the first to know so you have an advantage going into global release, this video is for you. If you're looking for a proven budgeting how-to, I'll be making individual videos if I change something or a reference back to this video as I complete them and get rich in global release. Now let's start with the weapon selection. The best weapon in Arena Breakout videos and research data spreadsheet listed in description. The armor type, not tier, weapon builds, consumable items are based on my judgment comparing them, all their stats and prices in the market. If you want a video comparing all the different items and why I think each is the best fit for each loadout tier, let me know in the comments. Each tier we will use until we are able to afford 20 of the loadouts, plus the cost of one loadout in the next tier, so that we don't go make a lot of money, spend it all on one loadout and have to start from zero again, which is a lot slower. Feel free to pause the video to screenshot the loadout and weapon builds for reference later. I won't be reading out the specific details. In all tiers, pay attention to the def and running cost. This is important to know if you can use this loadout in current map. You must be earning more than the running costs to gain money. Ultimately, at least 50%, so example, phase 2 has a running cost of 23k, so you want to be earning at least 100k. At the highest phase, 6, which has a running cost of 260k, you want to be earning at least 600k. In practical application of all these phases, you are likely to not use all the items, so practically running cost should probably be 50% of the listed running cost most games. Phase 1, SPR 6B5. This loadout costs 36k, your goal is to reach 720k. This loadout, the first step after covert ops, is best used in farm basic to kill players or loot. It favors a defensive peak style where you can reset the fight. Phase 2, S12k. This loadout costs 85k, your goal is to reach 1.7 million. This loadout is optimal for farm basic and gives you more versatility to push players and a bigger backpack for looting. You have a small amount of type 8 buckshot to kill players with, use it wisely. Phase 3, FAL tier 4 and tier 1 ammo. This loadout costs 208k, your goal is 4.2 million. This loadout is capable of going to armory early wipe. Later wipe, it is best suited for farm lockdown or farm basic valley / Northridge depending on the armor tier of enemies you encounter. Take note when you die of their armor or when you kill players. This loadout is optimal for tier 4 armored enemies. If you're efficient with the ammo, it can kill a full squad with 20 rounds, 2 shots per player missing 2 shots. So you can fire 2 shots 4 times and kill 4 players, and you can miss 2 shots total out of those 20 rounds and still kill 4 players. You have 300 limb damage rounds spare to shoot players' legs if you need to, or bots in the face. This is the last tier which has good hearing for a while, so if you're doing well at the current map, you can take advantage of that, play a bit faster and practice more PvP. If that doesn't work, well, stay focused on looting and move up. Phase 4, FAL tier 5 and tier 3 ammo. There is a reason to use the 1x 6x scope I will mention later. This loadout costs 430k, your goal is 8.6 million. This loadout is optimal for tier 5 armored players and below, likely to be optimal for farm lockdown and Northridge. When you are using heavy armor, you want to play slower, avoid situations where you have to react unexpectedly to enemies. You want to focus on looting and fighting long range or defensively to control the angle and see your enemies. Phase 5. FAL Tier 6 and Tier 4. Ammo. This loadout costs 688k, your goal is 14 million. The FAL with Tier 6 ammo is the second fastest killing weapon after the Mark 14. It is 15 milliseconds slower time to kill than the Mark 14. Use this until you're comfortable with armory and fighting. There is not a huge benefit to going to the next phase until you're comfortably gaining money above 14 million. This is the last severe soundproof armor tier. Phase 6, Mark 14. The best scope on Mark 14 is 1x6x, which is why you want FAL to match this so you get used to it and develop muscle memory. Even if the red crosshair isn't that great compared to other FAL scopes, this is the final tier after this. Use any loadout you want as long as you remain above 32 million, to your judgment. Which by now you should have a lot of experience and knowledge from playing. This loadout is suitable for Armory and later TV Station and the lockdown variants of other maps. Thank you for watching. Comment your video ideas/feedback and I'll give you a shout out if I think that it is a good idea.